They were built to bring gas from Russia to Western Europe. Now investigators say a series of blasts on 2 underwater gas pipelines earlier this year were the result of serious sabotage. Swedish prosecutors found traces of explosives near the pipelines. The explosions in late September in the Baltic Sea, close to the Danish island Bornholm, targeted the pipelines Nord Stream 1 and 2. It comes at a time of tension between Europe and Russia over the war in Ukraine and during an energy crisis. Russia denies any involvement. Our Europe editor Katya Adler has been given exclusive access to the underwater site of the blast and sent this report.
This is a new front line in Russia's conflict against Ukraine and the West. Vladimir Putin has warned energy infrastructure, how oil and gas travel from source to our homes, is at risk. This is why the West believes him. 3 explosions were detonated on major gas lines between Russia and Europe earlier this autumn. Moscow denies responsibility.
Hello, good morning.
We set off in search of answers with exclusive access and the help of underwater drone experts. Look how the concrete casing around the pipe was ripped apart. That, say intelligence sources, would need the force of a huge car bomb.
An explosion or something really just bending this metal, and you can really...
This has been shot up out of the seabed.
Yeah.
We learned the damage was far more extensive than widely believed, but we may never know for sure what happened here. As we filmed, a Danish surveillance plane circled nearby, and also...
We can see a Swedish warship, Danish warship, and also a Russian offshore boat.
Is that usual, this kind of activity?
No, it's not usual at all.
Not usual at all. The backdrop to this sabotage is Russia's war. The countries investigating here are keeping intelligence close to their chest. So that was ripped off the pipeline itself?
Yeah, at some point I can.
But one thing has become clear from the pipeline debris.
This explosion here in the Baltic Sea has heightened all of our awareness of the importance of undersea infrastructure, but also the huge difficulty in protecting them.
Our energy supplies rely on a spiderweb of subsea pipelines. Also underwater are thousands of miles of internet cables, keeping us connected and enabling trillions of pounds worth of financial transactions a day. You can see how vulnerable the system is. NATO member Norway is the main gas supplier now for the UK and EU. Fears of sabotage and espionage means it's stepped up surveillance dramatically in the North Sea.
Any further disruption of energy is obviously directly affecting European security. We see it as vital to protect it and to provide a prolonged and steady presence.
It's the first time the Navy here has taken media on this patrol. We joined officers investigating a growing number of drone sightings near the rigs. There's been a spate of arrests in Norway of people suspected of spying for Russia.
Political pressure is mounting. Millions of families across Europe fear the coming winter, and governments from France to the UK to Germany want to know they really can rely on Norway's energy supply.
NATO allies, including the UK, are scrambling to improve marine capabilities.
If oil and gas infrastructure is attacked, and as you say, it's so crucial, could it be considered an act of war?
An attack on Allied critical infrastructure could trigger our collective defense clause. An attack on one ally can or will trigger the response from the whole alliance.
Strong words NATO would rather not act on, preferring to avoid military conflict with Russia. But closer to our homes, Moscow is waging non-conventional warfare, threatening our gas supplies, hoping to destabilise Europe and reduce support for Kiev. Katya Adler, BBC News, Norway.